really excited about this draft. Last year, there were some changes, and we went a little young, and that got us prepared to be in a position to have the picks that we had in 6 and 31. And when you attack a draft like this, one of the things you want to do is you really want to understand who your primary targets are. And as we get into the draft, we felt really good with staying at 6 and staying at 31. And look, we've got our players, and so it's really a great introduction right now of the three players, and Bennedict Mathurin, and to Andrew Nembhard, and to Kendall Brown. Big round of applause for those guys. One of the things that, you sit up here and as a draft goes by, you don't know exactly what's going to happen. There's, we had 23 potential outcomes, but we looked at the 6th pick, we saw what was coming, and we knew we were going to get Ben, and the draft room really was super excited. That's someone we had really targeted. With going through the draft and getting to 31, we kept watching, and we were hoping that Andrew would get there, and he got there. And then I saw something that I'd never seen in any draft, to be honest with you, in that, and I'm so proud. This is, I guess, where I get to, give a lot of people credit, but Chad Buchanan, Ted Wu, Kelly Krosskoff, and Ryan Carr, they were making so many calls, chasing a pick, and I'd never seen 4 people more aggressive to get the 48th pick to get Kendall Brown. And quite frankly, Kendall was a guy we had well in the first round. So in all honesty, we feel like we got 3 guys in the top 20, and that's very rarely happened. And sometimes a draft can go your way, sometimes it can kind of go your way, and then sometimes it can go exactly your way. And this draft really came our way. And quite frankly, this is their day. This is their day. This is a great day for them. Players go through a lot to get to here. They have a season, but soon as season's over, they're in a position where they're working out for teams, they're interviewing for teams, and it's an exhaustive process, but today is their day, and it's an exciting day for them. And as we build out this team, I want to say this, that it's going to take a little bit of time. The draft is one part of a chance to build a team, a chance to remake a team. And one of the things I'm absolutely convinced of is the 3 kids that, or three men that are up here are going to be part of this organization for a long time. They bring, just as an overall mantra going into this draft, some of the things we felt like we really wanted to do is we wanted to get more athletic, more dynamic, but we wanted to bring some intelligence on that as well. And all 3 demonstrated this past year an unbelievable athleticism, drive to win. And I guess if there was one common denominator between the 3 is they all love to play, and we love that. Like we're really trying to find players who just absolutely love the game and love to play. So with that, I'll kick it over to Coach, and he can talk about each individual player.
Yeah, before I get started, I just want to welcome their agents who are here, Nima, Justin, and Jafar. Thank you for your guys' collaboration through this process. There's a lot that goes on during the draft, and we talk to you guys a lot. I want to thank our scouting staff who were just tremendous through this whole process. The amount of work that goes on, evaluating these guys, figuring out where they're going to possibly be so that you can really be on point with decisions is really key, and they've been tremendous. These three guys, in my a great deal of who we want to be. We want to be versatile. Each one of these guys. Kendall can play 3 and 4. Ben can play 2 and 3. Andrew can play 1 and 2. And they have versatility. They have love for the game, and they all have a dynamic element to their game. There's been a great emphasis since the trade, really around the trade deadline, made some moves to get this team more dynamic. We were last in the league in dunks at that point in time, and then some things happened. We moved some pieces. Isaiah Jackson was here, Tyrese was here, and things just went the other way. And you're going to see 3 dynamic guys that are being added to the mix here, so we're really excited about that. One other thing I want to make sure we're clear on, I asked Ben this, and there's been some questions about how you pronounce his last name. And so we want to get that straight. It's Mathurin. All right, and Ben is B-E-N-N. Correct? All right. And with that, if you guys quickly just want to introduce yourselves, starting with Andrew, just give us 10 seconds on who you are and how you feel about things today, and we'll just go from there.
So Andrew Nembhard, went to Gonzaga University of point guard. Super excited to be here. Coming to a team that has a lot of distance, basketball, so my name is Bennedict Mathurin. Went to the University of Arizona, and I'm really grateful for being a Pacer. I woke up this morning, I was a Pacer, really excited, but it's good from Montreal. Kendall Brown with Baylor University from Minnesota. Yeah, I'm just super excited. Super excited to be with these guys. I'm super glad to be a Pacer.
Raise your hand. We have microphones. Do you have any questions?
Rick, Chad talked last night about the second practice that Bennedict did. We talked with Bennedict last night about that, but how did that come to pass? Did you reach out to him to come back? Did he say he wanted to come back and work out again? How did that all come to pass?
Yeah, he had his workout in the morning, and then we had lunch with him, and he was going to be staying over that evening and traveling out the next day. So he asked if the gym was open and if he could come back at 8 o'clock at night to work out and just work on some things. And I said, sure. How about if I meet you at the gym? He said, yeah, that'd be great. And so we got together and had about an hour session, working on footwork and stuff like that. And it told me a lot about him as a guy that really has a great intellectual curiosity for the game, a great love of the game, and guys that have a chance to really succeed and achieve in this league have a real fascination with the self-discovery of getting better. And he's one of those guys, and I could just tell. I could tell in the morning, but that evening it was clear to me that this is our kind of guy.
Kendall, how did it feel to you wanted that the Pacers wanted you, wanted to trade up, wanted to go get you? And I watched the previous interview, you were saying you're really good at cutting. Put Tyrese Halliburton, so I think you'll benefit playing with him.
Yeah, it feels great. Just going through the draft and then hearing my name called, just like hearing about stuff that happened to be here. So I was really grateful for this opportunity.
three of you. Bennedict, we read you really became a leader last year in Arizona. What drives you to be a leader at this level?
I mean, I'm really, I would say I'm mostly a simple guy. I like to compete a lot. I like to win, and I just that's a big part of me. I feel like leading was something I was really trying to improve as my second year when I went to Arizona, and I felt like it really became a part of me.
Andrew, and then how do you think, you told us at the combine you're the best point guard in the draft. I don't think you feel any differently today. So how much do you look forward to playing alongside Tyrese Halliburton and learning from him in that point guard role?
Yeah, I think guys had experience in this league, knows how to make plays on and off the ball. I think I can play on and off the ball, so I think it's going to be easy to just play off of someone like that. We just read and react like myself.
Okay, I'll keep going. All right. You want? Go ahead, bro.
Kendall, just wondering, what were the emotions like last night in the draft where you maybe fall a little farther than you were expecting, but then end up having a team trading up to you to get you?
Yeah, every player, wants to, be as high as they can, but really, it's all about the fit, and I feel like I would fit really well here, so I just really, I'm gonna trust them, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be here, really.
Andrew, what were your reactions after working out here, and what was kind of the feedback you got from everybody? Like, did you have a good feeling of kind of like the want they had in you?
Yeah, I think I seen that they would like me to be a part of the group. I think they see me as a guy who can just help win, bring a good basketball IQ to the team, a guy that can make plays without having to kind of run too much things for him. So I think so. I think the workout went well, and I think I got those vibes for sure.
Kevin, we talked to Chad last night. He was saying there were deals that you basically had to walk away from. Those are his words. So from your perspective, how was it kind of weighing the decision of making different moves involving, your current roster, but obviously making these decisions to bring these three guys in?
So, what we really try to do is we look at different areas of the draft. There's different zones where you're trying to get in. And some of them you can get in, but they become so cost prohibitive that it makes no sense. But one of the things we did this year that was a little different was we identified a couple players and we said, okay, they're our guys, they're what we want to have on the team. Can we keep all our assets and stay at where we're staying at 6-31 and get those guys? And as soon as we knew that and we were, we were looking at other areas, but we figured it out, or we took the chance, and I give a ton of credit to our owner, Herb Simon. He said, let's take a chance and keep those assets in place, those future draft picks, second round picks, future first round picks, and see if our guys get there. And this was one of those drafts where we didn't have to spend and get super aggressive to get where we wanted. We were already there. Now, I could say the basketball gods were good to us, and as soon as that happened, I looked to Chad and Kelly and Ted and Ryan, and I said, let's go make this a phenomenal draft and get Kendall. And so at that point in time, what happens is you go 31, you're calling him. You're 32, you're calling him. We're calling from 32 down to try to get him. Unfortunately, we couldn't get into those picks. Those teams have players that they're going to take, and they've kind of locked into it. But we were lucky he got to 48, and at about 46, we thought there was a real chance, and we made the trade with Minnesota, and it was, look, we look at Kendall as a top 20 pick. We look at Andrew as a top 20 pick, and, you know, we feel like we're getting away with three great players, three great prospects. They're going to be here a long time. Not many drafts you can say that you can do that.
Bob Kravitz with The Athletic. Kevin, well, you know me. What am I telling you for? So you're taking them to St. Elmo's. You're taking them to the Speedway. How important is it to find guys who will fall in love with this region and this city the way those guys did?
Right,
you know, Reggie
right.
Miller, etc.
Well, I think it really starts with how much tradition and pride we have with this organization. That Indiana's, you know, the Pacers have won championships in the ABA, but we're desperately seeking that NBA championship. And, you know, I'm a big believer that drafting a player and molding that player and allowing him to grow roots here and understand what this organization is about, then they understand what this community is about, what the fans are about, how dedicated our fans, how good our fans are. And I think starting that process early helps players dig deep roots here and understand what this is about. Because, you know, each team has their own, what they would call their competitive advantages or their, but we really have, this is a basketball state. If you love basketball, I would say this, we tell everybody, and we really believe this, that, you know, again, maybe we don't have the mountains and maybe we don't have the beaches, but if you want to become a great basketball player and be an all-star or be the best you possibly can be, there is no place. Look at this building. Look at what Mr. Simon did. He built this building right across from the arena that is, you know, attached by a tunnel. There is no other place like that. And so we take basketball serious. We enjoy it. We enjoy, coach makes practice fun. And you're going to get better. And if you want to be the best basketball player you want to be, there is no better place in here.
Kendall, just to follow up on something you said, you thought going in it was a good fit. What was it that made you think the Pacers would be a good fit? And going into the draft, did you see this as a likely destination?
Yeah, just the players, like you said, like players like Tyrese and just going up with my versatility, not needing like the ball to affect the play and affect the game. So just being myself and contributing in other ways, I feel like I would really mold well with this team.
Andrew, just spending the last 2 seasons with such a prolific program, what do you think are some of the maybe intangible things that you picked up on or learned that you feel like can transfer to the NBA well?
Yeah, I think last 2 years I've been really fortunate to win a lot of games, be a part of a team that has a great culture and knows how to kind of come into work every day and get better. And I think I can just be another piece of the puzzle here that can connect guys and bring just being myself. I can just fit into the culture well. I think I'll win.
I just want to mention one thing before we go further. I just want to welcome Ben's sister Jennifer, he's very close with. She's from Montreal as well. So nice to have you here too.
Good job, Coach.
Not a real serious question, but have you thought about that first alley-oop with Tyrese Halliburton and what it's going to be like? Bennedict, and I mean, Kendall, you can answer that as well. Andrew, if you're getting up, you can answer that too. I just want to know.
To be honest, I probably thought about it a little bit. Just Tyrese throwing the ball as high as he can and me throwing it down. It might be a little competitive between me and Kendall because he can jump too. But
You didn't say Andrew.
I'll throw it to him.
You know, one of the things that I've mentioned to these guys, at least a couple of them last night, was that the fact that they're going to be playing with Tyrese Halliburton is going to be a real enhancer to their careers as their careers start and as their careers move forward. And, you know, making that move to get Tyrese was really important for this organization and this franchise and for, you know, a championship vision. And, you know, you've got to think big and you've got to dream big. Kevin and I talked about this a lot last year when we were going through struggles. You know, we have to be an organization that has those big dreams, but to get there, you know, it's going to start with the draft. It's going to start with a great point guard, a great young point guard, and then adding the pieces gradually and not skipping any steps. And this was a great step for us last night.
Kevin, I know there was a lot of chatter swirl around Miles Turner, around Malcolm Brogdon. Have you been in contact with them and talked to them about how they could fit with this team, and how have you kind of, I guess, navigated the smoke and all the things around them?
Yeah, we haven't yet, but we stay in contact with our guys. That's if it's one thing we do, and maybe it's sometimes too much, we stay in really close contact with those guys. And, you know, our whole thing is that this is a team, we're building a team, and you know, it takes a little bit of time. And, you know, when you bring in, you know, we bring in 2 first-round picks last year, but we add 2 players really in Dwayne and Terry Taylor that make huge impacts from 2 ways. And now we bring in 3 more. I mean, we have a lot of young players we're developing, and we need veterans that can help our young guys grow in the right way and teach them how to be pros, because it is a transition. The college game to NBA game, it's a transition. It's 82 games versus 35 or 40, and we want really good vets to teach those guys how to become vets. You know, that's important to us. So we'll stay in contact with those guys.
Rick, just with Andrew, he's been talked about just having such a mature game and just maturity in general. Did you see that in his workout? And then, you know, if you did, what kind of impact does that have when, you know, you're making a decision to draft him?
Yeah, the word that stands out for me is feel. He's just got an amazing feel for the game. I love point guards. You know, I've had the real privilege of working with some great point guards. I mean, Jason Kidd, we won a championship with Jason Kidd. We had J.J. Barea on that team. You know, Jason Terry was a point guard that converted to a scoring guard. You know, I see some of those qualities, some of all those qualities in Andrew. Love his size. Love playmakers that can control the game, not only with their skill, but with their mind. And you know, I think all these guys have a great advantage coming into this league. They've all played at programs that, you know, really do their things more like NBA teams do than college teams do. It's a great advantage. And like watching Gonzaga the last couple of years, I mean, they're just a feel and flow team on offense, and defensively, they're very detailed. Arizona, you know, does some of the most creative things I've seen for a college team. And then, you know, Baylor won the championship last year, and so you know, Kendall had the opportunity to be part of that culture. And you know, Baylor was a team that could, you know, hang in some games with NBA teams, you know, when they were at their height last year. You know, they had a lot of really good players. So these guys are all from, you know, great situations. And that's another common thread that makes them very attractive to us. And I think Kevin mentioned that they all love to play the game.
Taylor Tannenbaum, Channel 13, the NBC affiliate here in Indy. This can be for Andrew, Bennedict, Kendall, Way, and if you want. When you were here for your workout last week, you mentioned your relationship with O'Shea Brissett. I know he tweeted you last night, but have you had a conversation with him about coming here? And I know TJ McConnell's an Arizona guy a couple of years ago, way before you, but have you spoken to anyone on the team, and what have the guys said to you so far?
TJ and Tyrese and O'Shea hit me up last night. I'm just like welcoming me to the team. Me and O'Shea have been playing together since we were like in the 6th, 7th grade, so I've known them for a while. So they're just happy for me, for sure.
I would say me and TJ spoke through Jack Murphy, my coach at Arizona. But I'm really excited just to meet him, Wildcat.
Anybody talk to you?
Not yet, but yeah, I'll be getting in contact real quick.
I just, as we're wrapping up here, I just want to mention my coaching staff who's here, Lloyd Pierce, Ron Nord, Mike Weiner, our front of the bench guys, and we got a lot of our G League staff here. And these guys create a great environment for young players to get better. And so we're really looking forward to, this journey with these guys. They're going to be much different players a year from now than they are now, but they're pretty damn good right now. And we look forward to working with them at Vegas in the Summer League and then beyond.